Alright, so this tutorial, this essentially marks the beginning of a new tutorial series. This is going to be how to create a full app in SwiftUI, and that's going to include everything from the front end to the back end. We're going to use Google Firebase, and essentially what we're trying to make here is something that looks and feels kind of like Instagram, but it's made for sharing recipes. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a tabbed app. I think it's a good place to start. So I'm going to name it Recipe. Alright. And I know it sounds kind of funny, but that's what I'm going to name mine. You can name yours whatever you want. Alright. And right now I'm going to put it inside of a new folder on my desktop. Recipe code. I'll put it inside there. Alright, and right off the bat, we are going to turn on the canvas. And might as well just get started. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create 2 new files. I like to have a file for my structures, my data structures. So I'm going to have a new file here. And I'm going to call this structs and classes. Let's just call it that. Okay. And I'm going to have this, this app is going to be made of 3 parts. So I'm going to have a home view. This one's going to be home. This one's going to be search. And I'm going to make a third one here. Okay. That's going to be, which is irrelevant for now, but we'll just write that. And it's going to be me. And what I can do is I'm going to use a lot of SF symbols because I really don't want to deal with my own images. You will see me use some of my own images here and there, but not a ton. So person, let's try that. There we go. Let's just use this one right here, person.circle. So we'll go here and we'll say image is going to be system name image.circle. Okay. I just know this one by heart. It's going to be magnifying glass. And this one's going to be house. We'll hit resume. Take a peek at what we got. This one needs to be tagged too. Otherwise it won't work. Alright. Sorry, that should have said person.circle. There we go. Okay, and we're going to go right ahead and create 3 new SwiftUI view files. So, file, new SwiftUI view, home view. Okay, I'm going to go to the scene delegate really quickly. Where I see content view, I'm going to replace all those with, I'm going to call this tabbed root. I just want to call it that, view. I'm going to go here, I'm going to name the same thing. View. And if I do that, I need to go and change that everywhere as well, and I will do that. So I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna change this and write that. I'm gonna go inside of it and change that to tabbed review, and tabbed review again, and tabbed review, and that should take care of that. So if I hit resume, that should give me everything I want. So now I have this home view, okay? And I'm going to create a new one. I'm going to say new. I like to have all my files ready to go. I think it's just the easiest way to do things. So Control N, Command N, sorry. This one will be search, view, and last one will be me, view. Okay, I'm going to put all those in a group. And I'll call them views. Put them all inside. There we go. And the tabbed root is technically also in there. I'm going to create one more group, and I really do appreciate hierarchy, so I'll actually name that one. Let's go ahead and change it. Let's name this one here. Name this one tabs, and I'm going to name this one I don't know why it's being such a pain, so I'm going to delete it. And I'm going to create a new group. Those views. Drag it out. Put tabs inside of that. And I'm going to put tabbed review inside of that. Alright. hit resume. Everything works as we had it. So let's go inside tabs, and well, the first thing we need to do is, instead of having first, we look at this tab view here. We're still in tab view right now. It's the file we're in, and I'm gonna name this right here. Instead of displaying a text first view, I'm actually gonna use home view as the display, and the next one will be search view, and the last one will be me view. Okay, and I can go and change the content so I know I'm at the right place. And we'll have it say, we'll say this is home, this is search, that should say me, and this is search. Really big order freak, so save, 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 and we click here, we click resume. Once it updates, let's see, we got this is home. Let's actually hit preview here so we can watch it. And we'll just let it keep doing its thing, and we'll keep working. Okay, here we go. This is search, this is me, home. Okay, and we'll get rid of all these fonts. Perfect. Okay, now let's set up a home view. Let's go ahead and look at the Instagram UI in 2020. Let's look at what they have. We're gonna get pretty close to copying it. Okay, just at least as an initial starting point. I like something like this. I think this is nice. Yeah, so let's go ahead and go inside here, and we're gonna definitely need a VStack. Okay, and inside that VStack, what I want to put is, let's put an H stack going along the top. Okay, and inside that H stack is actually going to be inside of a scroll view. And what I'm constructing right now is, let's go here, I'm constructing this horizontal piece right here. Okay, so inside that scroll view is the H stack. Okay, and underneath that we will actually put one more scroll view, and this one, make sure the default is that it's a vertical scroll. So this one is going to be axis of dot horizontal. And this one, by default, it's vertical, and this one will have, just gotta put random text in here for now. Scrollable to the right and left. We'll go here. So this is scrollable up and down. Try again. I think too many, my computer's running a little slow, so what I'm going to kill it. Go ahead and kill all of Xcode really quick. Alright, so now that it restarted, it's just kind of letting us know we need to get rid of axis. Okay, so we'll get rid of axis. That's kind of implicit. We'll try again. We'll see what it tells us. And let's put just like a few of these. So see what happens when we run it. And it's gonna try, this is attempting to run here. And we have that scroll view that we wanted, okay? Let's give it a background color, background of color.red. And let's go ahead and give it a frame height of, let's say 80 for now. Okay. So now we have this, it's scrollable, and we want to get rid of that indicator, show indicator, false. Shows indicator. Let's see what it says. Shows indicators. Alright, there we go. Just missing an S. So we got that working. Now let's go down here. And well, what I actually like, I want to keep this stable up here. I want to keep this right here so we can scroll through it. Scroll through the rest of it. So I'll come here and I'll say dot. Let's go ahead and see what the rest of this looks like. So background We'll give it a color of blue. So this is our scrollable content here. And what I want to do is, let's run a for each loop here. We'll just say for each, and we'll say 0 up to maybe 10. And we'll put these texts over and over and over and over. We need to put this. Let's even go ahead and just do that. Let's say up to 30. Not even that. Let's go even more. So 40, 50 even. Now we're getting the scrollable content. Okay, that's kind of, this is where our posts are going to be. All right. So let's go ahead and save that. And the next thing I want to do is I want to create, up in the structs, enums, and classes, I want to create a new class for a post. So I kind of created this in advance. Oh, I guess I copied it and copied something else on top. So we'll just make it together. I'm going to import SwiftUI here. Okay. And I'm going to create a new struct. Okay. And the struct is going to be called recipe post. And it's going to conform to identifiable protocol. And which means that we automatically need to give it a variable called ID, and it needs to be, well, the easiest one is just to use a UUID, so we're going to use that for now. That kind of allows it to automatically create its own unique identifiers, and we need that to run through the for each and the list loops. So we'll create a new one called name, and that's going to be of type string. I want to say posting user, and we'll say description. Yeah, that'll be string. Number of likes might be an integer. Okay, and for now we'll say that the image will be, we'll just say the image is going to be a, let's make it a string for now. Okay, and actually let's make that an image. Might as well. And lastly, what we're going to make is, we'll roll with that. We'll just roll with this for now, okay? So now what I'll do is I will move over to home view again, and let's resume. Everything looks good. So inside of home view here, I'm going to create a new variable, and this variable is going to be called, we'll say list or home posts. And it's going to be equal to an empty array, but what is in that array, that'll be recipe. Let's see if it's able to. Something that's been a bit of an issue is when you create your structures in here, we've had an issue of these other pages understanding that they can use those structures. So use of undeclared type, we've obviously declared it. So source control. It's been an issue recently, to be honest with you. But alright, what we're going to do is I'm just going to save it. I'm going to kill it one more time. We will open it once more. Alright, so go here, open it again. Silly little bug, but you know, with any new rollout, that tends to happen. So alright. So let's resume. We'll go to home view. There we go. Now it's happy. And this, keep it on the side. All right. Keep moving right along. So inside of here, let's go ahead and let's create some recipe posts. So let's create our first recipe post. Okay. Dot. Even. There we go. Okay, so we don't even need to declare UUID because that's already, or an ID because it's already going to be automatically generated. The posting user, we will, let's just give some default values. We'll name this person. The description, this is a long description. And I'm going to, okay, number of likes, give this a real number. Okay, and image. What I'm going to do is I'm going to feed it a real image, and later on we're going to actually be using SDWebImage, but this will do for now. So system name, and it'll be system name. Let's use play, or actually I like the look of time lapse. That's an SF symbol, of course. And let's hit resume. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to now create a new view type. Okay, so these views, we have our tab view, we have our individual tabs. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new view called this post view. Okay. That's a pain when it starts creating things that high up in the hierarchy, so I'm going to actually move that straight to the trash, so I have to deal with that. So I'm going to create a new group within views here. Let's just do this. I'm going to new group, and I'll call this group reusable views. Okay. And inside that, I'm going to create a new file. New file, we'll call that post view. Sorry if you ended up creating it up here and you had to do this deleting mumbo jumbo. Just a bug that I don't really feel like dealing with. So let's look at what a post view is going to look at, or what it's going to look like. So if we look at an Instagram post, I want to create something kind of like this right here. Okay, so let's go here. I'm not gonna worry about this messenger one, but I will make sure I put a heart and this and even a bookmark button. All right, so we'll start by putting. I always like starting with a VStack because there's definitely gonna be a VStack. If nothing else, we have an image and these buttons down here. So that VStack is gonna have an image in it. In that image, for now, we will put some name. I'm just picking a random one, so I'm gonna put. Let's just put play, or let's put heart. Okay, and underneath that, we're going to put a H-stack. Okay, and the H-stack is going to have a spacer that's definitely in the middle, and then to the left of it, we'll have an image system name, and this one will be heart. We'll choose heart for now. Okay, and adjacent to that, we will have I think it's called message. So let's go SF symbols. Let's see what our options are. Here we go. Gotta drag it over from a separate window. Here we go. So message. Let's just use this one right here, message. Some of these are proprietary and you can't actually use them, so this symbol may not be modified and may only be used for Apple's Messages app. So we will remove this. If nothing else, let's just not even get into the trouble. So let's just use mail. Let's use envelope, okay? So this envelope, we'll put it right here. Okay, and last one we'll put is bookmark. So there we go, bookmark. You put on the other side here, image. Okay, and clean things up already. We can just do padding. It's already gonna make it look better. All right, and underneath that H stack, we'll put another H stack. Okay, and that H stack is going to have text. That text is going to say, I like using string interpolarization here, even if we don't necessarily need to, but I like to have it say, let's say, poster. Or I guess, sorry, in this case, we won't need to yet. Poster. Okay, and let's just look at it. We're really going to copy this for now, okay? And then right next to it would have its description. So, poster and directly JSON. Well, actually, we're going to put it below for now, okay? So let's get rid of the H stack. The reason is because technically, if you were to follow this one for one, you'll notice that we have bold up here, and suddenly you have a wraparound of non-bolded text. Let's just make it nice and easy and just put it directly underneath for now, okay? So we'll have poster, and we will have underneath it the description, and okay. We'll put them in H stack. The reason I'm going to put them in an H stack, even though I said I wasn't going to, because I want to put a spacer. And yeah, I could definitely just align all of these things by the left, but I prefer to do it like this. I like spacers because I think spacers are actually really easy to work with in the long run. Okay. Okay, and for each of those, let's go ahead and I don't need to put all these in a separate VStack. Like I got rid of that padding because this seems like an extraneous step, but I'm actually going to take all of this and I'm going to put it inside of a VStack. Even a VStack and a VStack is redundant, but the reason I'm doing it is because now I can just do padding once, and all of that gets padded together. Instead of putting 3 separate paddings, because if I do 3 separate paddings, then I actually have to figure out how to deal with the top and bottom paddings as well, because I don't actually want that. So this is, ironically, the cleaner way, even though it seems rather redundant to put a VStack and a VStack. So that takes us there. Let's take these 2 HStacks and we'll say font will be .system. There we go. System. So we'll do this one right here. We don't care about design for now. Okay, size we'll do like 12. Probably was gonna look about right. Again, we'll say .bold for the poster. Maybe even 14. Okay, I'm gonna copy that, take it down. We'll do let's just say regular. Okay, and that's kind of what you're looking for the poster in the description. And lastly, what I'm going to do for this image is I'm going to say it has a frame. I'm going to give it a, I'm going to get rid of all these starting things. I'm just going to say height of 100. Probably more like 500 if we're honest. 400? 300. 300 looking good. All right. And frame, give it a width, min width actually, of 0, and then max width of .infinity. And that stretches it out. Nice, all the way. And lastly, and we're going to end this tutorial after this, color dot, I like to use, and I always like to use RGB in it, and I just think it's clean. So I like this number. Alright, and we have already started to make this reusable post view. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is in the next tutorial, we're going to drag this. We're going to use all this stuff here in this home view to create essentially reusable items in the scroll view. Alright, see you in the next one.